Let's talk about core links. Core links are a set of links that you deem core to your business. Sounds like a heavy definition, I know, but it's really quite simple. The idea is that every time we create a brand new book and we start marketing, we have to provide a link for people to get to our book. This sounds simple on the face of it, and if we're only creating one link, it would be simple. But we want to be able to track the success of each campaign we run, and that means one link just won't do the trick. If we're doing things right, we need to create a number of links. Why? Because we want to know how many clicks came from each of our marketing efforts. For example, it's useful to know how many readers clicked the link from our website, or our latest tweet, or our Facebook ad, and so on. If we find that our website link is not getting enough clicks, this tells us that we might want to do some work on making the site more discoverable. If the tweet that we crafted isn't getting any sustained clicks, maybe it's time to change the creative. If we sit down and take a hard look at all of the links we're going to need, it's going to quickly add up. Here are just a few of the links that I personally use. A website link for the Kindle version, a website link for the paperback version, a website link for the Audible version, a Twitter link for the Kindle version, an in-book link for the Amazon review, an in-book link for the newsletter sign-up, Facebook ad link for the Kindle version, and so on and so on and so on. I personally have over 20 links that I create for each and every book that I publish, and I find the process of creating them is quite painful. So much so that I rarely used to do it. Instead, I just created a few and ended up with a bunch of pointless statistics. So when creating reader links, Ben and I came up with a simple solution to this problem: core links. We no longer have to go through the tedium of building a bunch of links with each book release. Now we create them just once, and every time we add a new book to reader links, a little robot, metaphorically speaking, runs in and copies everything we created in the core links area over to the new book. Even better, if we come up with a new link that we want to start using, we can add it to the core links area, and our friendly little robot will automatically copy it to all of our existing books. Now, the robot doesn't craft these links for us. He's not that smart. All he does is copy what we've already created. To drive home the power of this, I've created a few sample books and we'll show you how we can manually create links. So there's 3 books right here. Let's go ahead and click on this one. And we're going to go to the book links section and add a new link to this book. So we'll just type in test as our first one. We'll leave it as Amazon, and we'll leave it as the book sales page that we want people to go to when they click on this particular link. We can then go through and create our affiliate code connections for the various countries. We can put in keywords. We can do all that kind of stuff. So let's just go ahead and add one link. So there's test. Okay, so now we have a link added here. So that's great. So now let's go to add the next one. We'll call this one test 2. And we'll do the same thing. Now remember, you're going to be selecting things throughout here during this process. So it's not going to be overly complex, but it's not too simple either when you have to do this for all of the different ones that we talked about before. Let's go to the next one. Test 3. Okay, so we just created 3 test links for our book. So that's one book down. Now let's go ahead and go to the second one, and we will do the same thing there. We have test, test 2, and test 3. And to drive home the tedium of this, I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to go here, add a new link, test, test 2, and test 3. Now, you may think, that wasn't so bad. It was just 3 links that we added pretty quickly. Granted, but we also used test, test 2, test 3. We didn't really fill everything out that we wanted to fill out and so on, and we only did it with 3 links. We're not talking like 20-some links going through here. So that's one way that we can do this, though. We can, and sometimes you're going to want to add a specific link for a book. For example, maybe you have a particular promotion going that only this book is going to be involved in. So you wouldn't want to necessarily have a core link that's going to go across all of the books. But let's go up to Core Links and see what we can do to make this a little easier on ourselves. So we're going to go ahead and click to add a new core link. Now I'm going to set this one as my website. I will leave it as Amazon and book sales page. And again, you can go through all of this list if you want to add different stuff, but we're just going to show you the basics here. So I'm going to add a new core link. Okay, so there it is. We'll go ahead and add another one, and we'll call this one Facebook page. We'll leave that the same. And we're going to add another one, and we're going to call it Twitter. And we'll do that. So now we have a Facebook page, a my website, and a Twitter link, all of them going to Amazon's book sales page. So what did that really do for us? Well, I'll show you. When you come over to the books section now, and we click on this book, or any of the books, and we go to links, we're going to see that those links were automatically added. And you'll note that they'll have a little red asterisk to let you know that they're a core link. So they were automatically added to this book for us, which is great. That saved us some time right there. We go to the second book. We're going to see that they're there as well. Each one of the links has a unique ID, but they were all added for us. And this unique ID is specific to this book. But they were added for us quickly. We didn't have to do anything too complicated there, which was great. Okay, so let's go here and we'll look at Bob the Zombie. Same thing, we're going to see those three as well. But this is even cooler because now let's go ahead and add a brand new book. So we're going to type in Gappy's Gadgets. I will go ahead and choose Tales from the Land of Onodikin. This is book number 4, and it's B016. Is that the one right there? No. 0, GLTDY. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and add this book. And there's Gappy's Gadgets, but watch this. I click on the links. Instantly I have those book links there. So this is the power of core links. This is what's really cool about it. It allows you to, in one spot, add these links. And then that little fake robot that we were talking about runs around doing this, all the stuff in the background. So this is fantastic. We only have to do it one time, and we let the little robot run around and copy it for us. Even better, we know he won't make stuff up, so only stuff that we put in here is going to end up being copied over to those books individually. So as you can see, core links are simply a means for us to do a job once and reap the rewards each time we add a new book. As with everything in Reader Links, it's another way for you to maximize your author business while minimizing your time investment.